Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and it's that most magical time of the year, the holidays? No, it's not the holidays. This is only August, man. This is only August, but nevertheless, it is time to look at something from the holidays, that being this. It is the latest of the Hallmark Keepsake ornaments. This is the 2019 Transformers entry, that being Bumblebee. And this is going to be our focus this time around in the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, your humble host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you're at it, that's right, hit the notification bell because I'll let you know when new content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Have a look for Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors NL, and the Autobot family, and have a look for me everywhere. And this is the Hallmark Keepsake 2019 Transformers Bumblebee Ornament. And I thought we were going to get this guy sooner than what we did. We've had a few in that line already, and admittedly, this time around, I will do a one-size comparison just to give you an idea of just how big or small this guy is, but I'm not going to, at least not right now, show him off with the other ornaments in the line. I'll probably stick that in somewhere along the way, closer to the actual holiday season when we get our holiday decorations and whatnot out of storage. But I'm not a Bumblebee guy, but I am happy to add this little dude to our ever-growing kind of tradition collection of Hallmark Keepsake ornaments. Now, that being said, without any further ado, let's head over to the table and take a closer look at this guy. And I would like to make the joke that it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, but I really can't because today it's extremely humid and warm here. Nevertheless, I'm actually looking at this year's Hallmark Keepsake ornament. This one is of Bumblebee. It is the 2019 ornament. I have all of these. Usually I look at them closer to the holidays, but I got this one earlier than normal. Now, when the holidays do approach and we have the decorations out and the tree ornaments out and whatnot, I will then kind of show this guy in line with the other Hallmark Keepsake ornaments for the Transformers line. I really thought that we were going to get Bumblebee earlier than what we did. I'm sort of surprised that we're only getting the little guy now, although he's not so little. Not as much as I sort of expected him to be. Here's the thing. The first one of these ornaments that came out was Optimus. The second was Megatron. The third was, I believe, Grimlock. And then it was Soundwave, then Starscream, and now Bumblebee. And I've liked this line, but it's definitely meant, to be ornaments. They're not to scale. They don't transform. I mean, it is what it is. And they're very highly toy accurate. The Optimus looks like really his pose looks like the pose on the box of G1 Optimus. And the Megatron is the G1 Megatron standing up. Same with Soundwave. Starscream, of course, from last year, which I thought was done beautifully well. And Grimlock is in his dino mode. And he looks like that G1 dino. He's painted tremendously well. But that being said, Grimlock is also probably, scale-wise, much smaller than he should be. But that being said as well, how big do you want something on your Christmas tree? So, the box is the box. We have Bumblebee on the front, and it's a fine-looking Bumblebee. He looks like his G1 toy. Of course, the face is not the old G1 face. It's not even the face used on the recent reissue. I think it's from a 2001 reissue, I believe. Somebody can correct me on that if I'm mistaken. I like this face better because the body is the G1 toy body, the face is the G1 cartoon face. On this side we just have the word keepsake, and if we turn it on this side, same thing, and on the back we have just a write-up about these ornaments. These used to be personalized, and it's still a nice little write-up. I don't know, it might be the same one as Starscream had last year. But that's kind of it for the box. Some years, some of these have come with, I'll spit this out in a minute, like foam to keep them secure. Some have come with a part of a clamshell and a piece of foam, and I believe maybe last year there was only like one clamshell that Starscream was down. I don't even know if there was one over the front of him or not. I can't recall. But Bumblebee is in a clamshell that has a top piece and a bottom piece. And of course, to get him out, you need to open this up. And I'm not even going to pretend that I don't love this ornament. I'm not a big bee guy. Everybody knows that I'm not a fan of Bumblebee. However, I am a fan of these ornaments. And this is, again, a very well done iteration. I do find more than any of the others that I've held in my hands that I want to transform this guy so badly. Now, I believe it was M from Transformers and Video Games said that he has seen some of these or heard of some of these with parts broken. I could believe that. I really could believe that because, you know, you do have, I'm not going to say thin parts, but you do have parts that if you tried to push on it, you're going to snap them off. Like the head. If you tried to fold that into the body, it's probably going to snap off. And to be fair, there is a space there where you would figure like the head could probably fold up. It looks like the arms have a piece of plastic that goes into the back, like you could almost push them in. But I wouldn't advise it because this is an ornament, not an actual transforming toy. The paint here is done really well. The tampographed Autobot symbol, the lights on his toes are done well. Even the tail lights are done well. The face is, I believe, silver and yellow paint. It's done very nicely. On the side, of course, we can see that we have silver in his rims. And on the back, like you even have the detail on the back of the head that looks amazing. You can see here how it looks like the shoulders should compress into the body. It even looks like the hinges are almost down here for the feet. If we look at it kind of side on here, like where the yellow is there, almost looks like the hinges are there for the feet. This is extremely accurate, and I think it's a nice rendition of the character. In terms of transformation, 0. In terms of articulation, 0. It doesn't move, it doesn't transform. But in terms of paint, it's a 10 million. It's fantastic. I think it might be yellow plastic with the paint applied. I can't say for sure, but that's what it seems like to me. That being said, in terms of a Transformers toy, yeah, no, it's not a great Transformers toy, obviously, because it's not a toy. But in terms of an ornament, it is a 10 across the board. Now, I mentioned the size of him. Just how big is he? Since I can't, at the moment, compare him to the other ornaments, though I think M from Transformers and Video Games may have done that. I will kind of give you an idea of how big he is by showing him next to the Titans Return Bumblebee. And as you can see, logically speaking, this guy is the size of like a Titans Return, Power of the Primes, Combiner Wars, Legends class figure. It's a fine size for it. Actually, it's probably a logical size for it. That being said, since the other ornaments in the line are so small, anyway, I kind of feel like that, I thought that this guy was going to be smaller. It's sort of like, think of it in terms of like New Age Bumblebee, you know? Like, he fits really well with a Legend scale collection because he's smaller yet again, and it makes sense. Well, I think I sort of expected this guy to be smaller. I'm not complaining that he's the size he is in the least, but I think when the time comes that you see him with the other ornaments, you will think to yourself, he's bigger than he really should be, but I bet you that he'll look fantastic on your Christmas tree. And here we are once again, and I like Bumblebee. I mean, I'm glad to have all the other ones, and this guy will look wonderful with them, even if somewhat oversized by comparison. Although, that being said, his actual size would seem about right for a mini-bot. He feels bigger, I think, than what he is, probably because the other ones feel smaller than what they should. Now, that being said, very often, I've had a lot of people ask me over the years, where can I get one? And of course, I've always said, like, you know, go out, go looking. But then people will say, no, I want the Megatron from a few years ago, or I want the Optimus from a few years ago, or the Grimlock. Is there any way to get it? Well, you can. And now there are some aftermarket options, of course, and they can be quite expensive. But honestly, I would probably, and I've heard people having luck with this, so I'm going to share it with you. I never have in the past because I didn't know about it, but I've heard that if you go to hookedonhallmark.com, that they have a lot of ornaments from previous years. The prices are sometimes very reasonable, sometimes they're a little bit outrageous, so you'd have to kind of keep an eye on it, check it out, you know, refresh the pages, I don't know, whatever. But it is an option, and they do tend to have a lot of past ornaments. So if you would like to add, of course, this guy to your collection, I mean, I'm sure he's going to be out around, you're going to be able to find him. If you want some of the older entries in the Transformers line, hey, at least there's an option. I'm not a bee guy, but I am a Christmas guy, and I'm a Christmas ornament guy, and I'm really glad to add this little lad to my collection. As always, you know, I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think of him? Do you think it's a good entry or not? I appreciate you coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, there is a donation link down in the description. And I very much look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit right here inside the videos.